Hey, Super Cruisers, it's Frank and Kevin from Cruising with Wheels.
Do you know what to do with your kids while you're cruising? Time to find out in today's video.
Now, Kevin would say, leave them at home. But parents do take their precious ones on vacation with them. They do. They really do. Really.
Well, if I had to, at least I would want to be prepared ahead of time so that I could figure out how I was going to try to have a good time.
Yes. Again, why? Because preparation is key. And a lot of it depends really on the age of your children. If they're babies and toddlers, it's not much that they do. Eat, sleep, poop. It's pretty much it.
But if they're older, you need to make sure they are well occupied, well fed, and well entertained. Yeah. Or your cruise is going to be a B-U-S-T bust. Like you never left home.
I know.
I mean, they're miserable at home.
Oh,
They'll be
God.
miserable on a cruise. You don't want
Nobody
that.
wants that. Now, first, make sure your child can come along with you on the cruise. That's number one. Because on most cruise lines, a child needs to be at least 6 months old. And there are some trips where a child must be at least a year old. So know the policy before you book a cruise.
Mm-hmm. You need to plan as much as you can from home. Things like dinner reservations, excursions, babysitting services, if they're available. Do they need a crib? Right. This planning will take the pressure off of you while you're on board, and more time with the kids, or perhaps more time to enjoy yourself, right?
Now, also, most important is bring all the ID necessary for your children. On most cruises, those that begin and end at the same port, kids can travel with an official birth certificate. Now, older kids, let's say 16 years and older, also need to have a photo ID. Okay? And we want to say this, and we've said it a million times. If you're an avid traveler, Get your kids the damn passports. This way you all have it, and there's no problems.
Now, only bring with you what you need to bring.
Right.
Yes, a stroller. Yes, their baby food. Yes, their lotions and powders. No on the diapers, maybe. No on the water. Buy them online from home. If you can, from the cruise line, and have them delivered to your cabin. It'll make your life so much easier. There'll be less you'll have to haul, and that's the better for you.
That's right.
And the better for the kids.
Hauling those kids is hard enough. Now, don't panic, because if you do run out of diapers or wipes or formula or whatever else the precious ones need, okay, you're going to be able to get it somewhere, okay? Now, most ports of call have small pharmacies, small stores that you can buy these items. You're not exactly going out in the empty tundra with
the Serengeti.
Yeah, with nothing around you. You will be able to get some of this stuff.
Now, no matter the age, it's always a good idea to pack some food and snacks. Make sure they are pre-packaged and sealed by the manufacturer. And remember, absolutely no homemade food. You can't bring anything from home in your Tupperware containers. You can't bring, your sliced bologna from your favorite deli. It always has to be pre-packaged in the manufacturer's packaging. The cruise line will not allow you to bring anything but.
Right. We're old.
Let's talk about safety.
We bring snacks.
Let's talk about safety.
Oh, well, that makes me safe. Snacks make me safe. But yes, safety is important. Make sure your kids understand the dangers of the ship's railing. You've all seen a lot of the news reports, people falling off, kids falling off. Never let your kids climb on the railing. Make it clear right from the get-go how dangerous it is to even think about sitting on the railing.
Don't put your kid on the railing.
I know, okay?
You know how many times we've seen that?
I know, it is insane.
Crazy.
Also, make sure that everyone know where the life vests are located and understand about the muster drill procedures, okay?
It's important.
Children are usually given wristbands with their assigned muster station. So if your child maybe is off at some kind of kids event or kids club and something happens, the staff will take care of your children in bringing them to the appropriate muster area where you will meet them.
I think I should get one for you.
I think
it's a good idea. Another good idea is view your cabin like your home, okay? Make sure you baby-proof it. Babies and toddlers can get into everything. Your cabin might not be as clean as you keep your own home, too. So
be wary.
Be wary and remember that. A lot of people bring sanitizing wipes.
Sprays and...
It's a good idea.
They're scrubbing for themselves, not to mention babies and toddlers, but they're scrubbing down the cabin because they're not trusting souls. Now, the next thing to think about is bed and bath time. Now, most cabins only have showers and no tubs, unless you find a suite with one or some upgraded that, you know, there are certain cabins where you...
certain cruise lines that are family particular have more family rooms
more
that
tubs.
Have tubs.
Than you might find on the average mainstream cruise line. So if it is just a shower, prepare yourself and your kids for shower time. It's a fun time. Make it fun, interesting. It's different because you know how children are. It's just like when your kid's afraid to go to school for the first time. You make it fun, so there's no crying.
You need to plan for your dirty diapers and your dirty clothes. Kids love to swim. They get dirty while they eat, and there is only so much space in the cabin to hang up wet and dirty clothes. And you need to possibly bring a few magnetic hooks with you. Remember that the cabins are all metal. They have, you know, metal ceilings, metal walls, metal doors. So
hooks everywhere.
A little trip to Five Below or the dollar store. You can get yourself some metal hooks and use them to hang up any items. And then there is also a retractable clothes drying line or towel drying, whatever you want to dry. There's a line usually in the shower. Use it. Use it.
Now, the next thing we want to talk about is locate maybe an out-of-the-way area on board where you can have some quiet time with less passengers around. Because you know what? Sometimes kids get overwhelmed with a lot of people around.
Oh, this is for the kids.
Yes. Well, I get overwhelmed too.
Time.
I know. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of people. And so maybe there's an area you can designate where you can maybe decompress for a minute with the kids so you don't have to go back to the cabin. You know, it's quiet time and then kind of go back out into the world.
I want to go back into safety for a minute.
Okay.
Because I want to talk about safety in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
When it pertains to sun and water, sunscreen is a must, but shirts and hats are always better. At the lower latitudes, the sun is even stronger than you can imagine, and you can burn sensitive skin very, very quickly.
Yeah, especially on children.
Especially on children. I consider myself a baby because I burn very, very quickly and fast. And for the pools and swimming, you need to check to see if your small children are allowed in the water with diapers or not. And never leave your kids unattended.
Yeah, because you know every store sells those water diapers, and a lot of the cruise lines don't allow that.
Right.
Yeah. Now let's talk about excursions. Now excursions with children, depending on the age of your children, should be easy and uncomplicated for the wee ones, the small ones. You know your kids, okay? You know what they like and what they don't like. You know how long they will last, what their attention span is like. Can they sit still and enjoy a ride? Or are they kind of kids that kind of get antsy? They want to run wild. 5 seconds, they're done. So you need to determine that based on the age and the disposition of your kid. The other thing is kind of always stay in a busy public area where there's lots of food, drink, restaurants around, because the most important thing, bathrooms available. You know how it is. It's like getting in the car going, everybody go to the bathroom? Yeah, yeah. You are not 2 minutes on that drive and already somebody's going, I gotta go potty. So be prepared.
Now, as far as onboard ship activities and kids clubs, we suggest you research that before you leave your home. That way you'll know what is offered on your particular cruise ship. And once you're on board, then you need to scour the ship's daily newsletter each morning and plan out your kids' activities. That way, the kids are away, and now you have your own alone time. Plan something special for everybody to do later on together.
I know. It's like you're at home when the kids are napping. That becomes your time. Yeah. Now, if you are smart, you are traveling with other adult family members that can help you out and assist you with taking care of your kids. Okay, kind of alternating maybe on and off, whether you're traveling with your adult siblings, or maybe the grandparents are coming with you. It can be really, really helpful for you to have some adult cruise time, and then they can have some time, and you kind of switch on and off. I encourage it.
Now, as far as naps for smaller children, we consider it to be a must. You should schedule it out and try not to break from their normal routines. Parents need to schedule switching on and off times too to give each other a break.
Yeah. No one parent wants to be mom does not want to be stuck doing nap time every day. And if the kid don't get a nap, oh, that's going to be ugly time. Now, along with sleeping and enjoying yourself, let's talk about food, eating. You know, some of these kids are picky. So if you're looking at the restaurants, maybe the buffet, okay, the buffet is going to be a little bit easier than a sit-down restaurant meal. Again, you know your kid, depending on the age, disposition, and also the kid's manners, okay? That is going to determine where you're going to eat. Because in the buffet, you can just quickly grab stuff that they like and they see, and maybe you can sit outside and not maybe inside where you're afraid they might be disrupted to other passengers.
Now, when I think about cruising with kids, I always think about entertainment and how can we entertain little Johnny or Susie. We suggest you bring their iPads if they have them, or your iPad downloaded with shows and movies, because then you do not need to use the internet while you're on the ship. Portable DVD players work great. And make sure you have outlet adapters for all of these gadgets. Or you can just bring a battery-operated handheld video game. Right?
Yeah.
Along with some small toys and activity books. Just make sure that you're prepared.
I know. Nobody wants a bored, irritated child. Now, for the little older ones, you know, most of the ships have video arcades available. It's going to cost you. So you want to plan out maybe a daily financial budget for each child to visit the arcade.
And I just want to say something about that, because I have a feeling we're going to get some pushback about, oh, I got to pay money to go to the arcade.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I want you to think about this. It's your vacation, and maybe you bought the drink package. Your kid deserves to play in the arcade a little bit.
Yes.
You know, you give them $15 a day.
I mean, that's a lot
it's a drink.
cheaper than the drinks package.
Just make sure, like you said, plan out a daily budget.
Yeah. And lastly, we want to say pack over-the-counter medicines. first aid kits. Be prepared if you think your kid might get seasick, and take the appropriate medications for your child's age. Okay, and also find out if you're traveling anywhere where maybe vaccines are needed.
Right.
So again, we talk about the health and well-being of your children, which is the ultimate thing to be worried about.
We want to thank you for joining us for this video today. And remember, become a regular family member if you're not already. Click that subscribe button, and the little bell will get you regular notifications of when our videos go live.
Also, remember, we're on all the other social media platforms. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
But until next time, remember to always
travel safe
and cruise often.